Welcome back, guys. We're about to be getting underway towards Mousesports up against North. So that means we are heading in towards Group B, which I guess isn't the most deathly of groups like the Group A was. But still, there's a lot to be seen here and a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes, I guess, is what's going to happen in this group. But before we get there, just a reminder, this is for the finals. They're going down in Dallas right now. We're doing the B stream out here in Katowice, which means it's me, Christian, and Alex bringing you all the action. And if you guys are in America, if you're not, it doesn't really matter. Get on a plane right now, head over towards Dallas and get yourself a ticket as well. You can get that on the Pro League website as we speak. It costs very little. Just go and buy it. You can go meet the players, do signing sessions, all that good stuff. But yeah, let's check out Group B very quickly so you can see what you're going to be looking at for the next couple of hours. And it's a good one. Let's be honest here. We get to see Mousesports with Rops, Oscar, and many other factors. Na'Vi in who knows what state at the moment, Christian. These guys are hard to predict.
Yeah, hit and miss at the moment. I think it's make or break in this group. If they don't get out of this group, or if they don't top this group, there's probably changes happening. Really don't know what to expect really on this one.
Yeah, we're going to find out soon. And of course, North as well, NRG, Optic, and Liquid. So we get to see all of these games going down just in a moment's time. First one, of course, will be North against Mousesports. A bit of a European affair, but the game is going to be starting up right about now. We don't need to show you the players. You've seen them before. You know these guys inside and out. Now, North actually topped out the EU standings during Pro League. They had a very good run during the season. Cajun B was one of the highest rated players throughout all of it. He had a great run. And Mousesports were the surprise, I guess you could say to most people. Those guys made that big change with Nico going over towards FaZe. They picked up Rops, and actually it went really well.
Yeah, I mean, Rob's been a huge injection of motivation to this team. Dennis has been playing out of his skin. Lowell's chiming in. Oscar's back to his form. They're looking strong right now. They're playing well.
Yeah, they really are. Now, just to put this in perspective as well, guys, you'd look at this matchup and you'd probably put it towards North just because, you know, even though they have had lackluster results as of late, overall you'd still say they're a more solid team. But if you look at them head-to-head, North actually lose out most of the times against Mousesports. Mouse is still 8 wins up against the 2 of North head-to-head. So this isn't a bad matchup for Mousesports, but they have so many, I guess, weird factors, right? For Ops, this is one of the biggest events that he's been to thus far. I think he has played some other smaller offline events leading up to this with Mousesports. I think there was like a tours maybe at some point, I'm not too sure, but it was certainly in the background. But this is a bit of a different ordeal, you know, you're playing against very much tier 1 all the time. So, you know, this could be quite scary as a game for him coming into this and a younger player coming through. What can you say to this effect, right? Because we've all been to LANs, we've all played them, and surely there's going to be a lot of nerves here for this guy.
Yeah, I mean, for Rops, it's, well, this group is definitely a make or break. This is a group they should be able to get out of. And I expect them to put in a good showing here against this team. They already, like you said, have a good record. Rops is this new young talent, really intelligent player. He expects the unexpected, and he'll catch you off guard. That's why I think a lot of lurkers are struggling right now. Players like Rops, reading people, playing all these FPL games and reading tendencies. He's one to watch for sure.
Yeah, we'll keep eyes towards him. And something for me personally, I remember casting Oscar during that phase before he got kind of, I guess, ejected out of Mouse. It was over in one of the Gfinity events a long time ago now, but he had a huge crumble at LAN. He seems to have gone over that sort of, I guess, bump in the road, and he's now found a bit of strength there. He's going to be made into the raid boss. He's got the Tech 9 armor, so he's been dropped down. This looks like a very high pressure hit towards that upper site. He's going to get through, take the fights, and AZ already goes down. Now, MSL is very isolated. I don't see too much support instantly for him, and there isn't. Config and KGB finally come through, but so far this is good stuff from Mousesports. As long as they can contain the threats here, and they can't. Magic's going to find Lol, and Chris J just about gets that frag.
Oh, I hate to see it.
And now Magic's in the 1v2.
It's so awkward trying to shoot someone in the back of the head, especially on pistol round.
CSGO things are just fun, aren't they? They finally found him, though. A little bit of contact, and Rops is there. 3 kills for him, and that's going to surely lend massively to a young guy coming into this sort of environment, get that big start going. It's got to feel good.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't slow down. They went straight out of door and naded it. The smoke even missed, I think, at A main. They still made it work. Absolutely overwhelmed the upper bomb site. I think Christian lurked around the top and managed to catch Cajun, who whiffed a little bit. But yeah, that happens on pistol round. It's a tricky one.
All right, so we do see the scout. So Alex will be happy. Alex loves a good scout. There's
Yeah,
two
double
of them.
scouts.
So, you know, pick whichever one you want. You've got Cajun B and Magisk both on this. And these two are known for their aggression. That's what's really helped them through recently as of late, online specifically. I don't know if you're going to get away with it here, but we're going to find out throughout this matchup. Now Magic's going to take his over towards ramp, and it looks like that's maybe where Mousesports are considering going, at least tendering towards it early. Yeah,
it's such a dangerous weapon for CTs to have because you move so fast with it, and when you're peeking and shoulder peeking for info, you often can get the tag, which is a huge amount of damage, if not the frag, and get away with it because the weapon is so fast and you can move and shoot so quickly with it.
We'll see if it does come through for them. And you can see North already adjusted towards lower. It doesn't mean necessarily that Mousesports is going to go here. They can still wrap through and go up through Crows if they want to, but Config does get slightly smoked out, but there's an angle, and that's all you need. That Deagle will connect perfectly. And another will follow. Config is not missing here. This is the Config you want to be seeing. This guy does have a bit of an up and down occasionally in how he performs individually, but when he has those highs, they are hard to handle. Now, Lol left in the 1v3, players pretty much surrounding him. He will bully through on towards AZ, but the last two are going to be hard to find. Considering where the bomb is, this might be a bit tricky. Nice little shoulder peek in there, just going to try and draw out the fire, find the moment to cross, but it's too little too late. Cajun B's there watching, and a nice little upgrade for free there for North.
Yeah, that's exactly why I've seen these rounds so deadly with Deagles and Scouts. They didn't even have a chance to deal damage before just immediately dying, and it was just a smaller slither in the smoke, and he managed to do all of that damage. Crazy, crazy play.
Yeah, it's got to hurt, right? So Tech9's 3 smokes, 3 flashes. What's the plan for Mouse?
Probably going to go outside. Oh.
We'll see. We'll see if they commit to it. Like you'd imagine,
with
just
all
because
of these
of the smokes, right?
Yeah. It looks like the wall of smokes, but with Tech9s, ain't the greatest outside.
No, so it's an interesting one. We'll see if they get used anywhere. Already Oscar finding Config is brilliant. That's a lovely free touch. I don't know if that was through maybe Hut yet, but I can imagine it would be. So maybe Config just had a little bit of a peek and, of course, gets his head taken off. Yeah, it exactly was that. So now AZ has to pick up the slack, but there's a lot of angles to be watched here, so it gets a little bit more pressured and you kind of thin yourself out a little bit more. So here come the smokes.
Oh, they're smoking outside.
Okay.
If they wrap main here, North could be in some trouble.
See how the players want that. They've still got 2 players over by lobby, so this could be a little bit hard to read for them. KGB spraying for smoke now, maybe considering secret, certainly going to hear the steps, but AZ is the first to rotate, but timing could have been against him then. The molly comes out, but he does manage to isolate Dennis, but Lol does slip through. Now, Lol's got the bomb, but the reads come in. There's 2 players by control. Rops with the late lurk, going to catch out MSL, but still, this is very, very hard. This is still a 3-on-3 that those Tech9s can do so well in.
Yeah, especially this map, you can just find all sorts of holes. It's so hard to play with 3 players at CT because there's just so much to watch. There's so many options that could happen. And they found them, and the CTs have to play retake now.
It looked like maybe North expected that lower hit to come through, and they already kind of positioned themselves for a good rotate towards it, but now they've given up complete control of upper, and the bomb's gone down. So playing retake on this is not going to be too particularly easy. Rops has a nice little angle to hold there. He's pretty safe as well from the outer area where AZ was. But now the hit's going to come in. Still a lot of utility to be played in by North, so they can clear these corners, and here comes that hit. Cajun B already going to work his way through Squeaky, but Magis goes on his own, gets found, and as soon as Cajun B looks away, Chris J is there instantly, quick hit to the head. And this is a perfect play back in from Mouse. This is going to strip away their money so badly. And AZ, I don't think he can play back into this.
No, he's got to save this. It's 1 for 1, and again, they've just forced and won the round again. It's crazy. Tech9's too strong.
How do you feel about pistols?
I've had my head torn off a number of times when I've got I'm wearing 5K's worth of stuff, and there's a P250 worth 300 that's just wiped you from the server. Feels bad, man.
Feels bad. Well, North, we know how they feel about it right now. They're back on towards the
Scouts. Yeah, I mean, this is force into force into force.
Yeah, both sides.
No one's letting off. Everyone wants the resets on resets.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get it, though. This is going to be quite tricky for North to pull this one off. It's a decent purchase from Mousesports, 3 rifles up. You've got the UMP there, which can essentially be a rifle on occasion, and a Tech9 for Chris J. But, Chris J can play pretty well with just a scout. This is what we were discussing earlier about, not having scouts. Chris J is one of those names that always gets brought up as, he can still do it. He can still play that sort of gun. But even that aside, we'll see what Mousesports do on this approach. It seems like taking their time, maybe seeing if there's any aggression going to come through early to make up for the deficit of utility and weapons that the CT side seem to be lacking.
For sure. I mean, Chris J is so experienced with the scout as well, just from using the AWP. He knows all the angles, and when he can pre-fire them running, see you later, Magisk.
Yeah, Dennis, the one to find that. And a man who's gone from strength to strength as of late. He's really come into his own. With the removal of Nico, it seems to have kind of loosened up what he can do here, and it's allowed him plenty of opportunities. So Mousesports tended towards ramp. They get that control, they leave one player back, and they fall back towards hut here. This could be an upper hit still, and there's two players really close by on this. AZ's on the other side, but MSL, just gets absolutely destroyed. Rops predicting that someone's going to be up close there. That's
what
very
I mean.
key.
He accounts for everything. He's a really smart player.
Yeah, you're not going to catch him out. So AZ already adjusting over towards Rafters, though. Going to wait for that push up towards upper, but you can see already Config's down below. He was already considering maybe a lower hit, but so far this is really well done by Mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, they played it perfect. You have to be methodical, you have to be slow, you have to use all your utility not to get punished, and they've actually taken this one now and forced North onto an eco.
Well, finally, I guess the battle of the forces comes to an end.
And Mouse take advantage. A really, really, really tough map for CTs if you don't get your economy rolling early.
We see it often with, without mollies, even just deny that early squeak presence, it can be just echoed through the map. It's so hard to handle, so clean eco time, anything's a bonus, I guess, at this point, right? Yeah,
they just want to try and pick up some guns, try and save, best case scenario. A miracle if they win it. Absolute miracle.
Yeah, it's looking unlikely. Unless Mousesports do something disastrous, it's not going to happen. Config there. Having a little go through Squeak, but I just want to see how clean Mouse can take this one. This pretty much, they've got the full molly set. They've got everything they need to make this pretty clean. And Oscar already going to find Cage and B. That's nice for them. Just a nice easy start, not having to work too hard for that first frag. And Rob's going to find AZ. And there's something to be said about players who don't necessarily need eco frags, but feel better and play better afterwards if they're getting these sort of kills.
Oh, for sure.
There's got to be a few out there, and I'd love Rops to be one of those who... I know it sounds weird, but you feel that he's the guy who'd need that confidence beside him just to feel good in these situations. Yeah,
getting a good start is such a boost to morale, and it definitely helps rally yourself and your individual performance. If you start struggling, you start questioning your plays, you have a much harder time. And CS is such a mental game. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's a clean round by the T's. No guns lost. And I'm going to probably keep these UMPs. Cash in some more.
Yeah, why not stick on the freebie round? You know the North won't even have that much utility. I wonder if they're going for a nice quick pace. I'd love to see that, just because they know that the molly's probably going to be pretty sparse unless they've kind of forgone buying up to a full rifle or something along those lines. I want to see them trying to exploit it more. That'd be quite fun to watch, but we'll see. We'll see what they go for, and it might just be that. Yeah, we're going to have an explosive hit towards upper, and MSL's the first one to make contact, but a quick exchange. Dennis going to try and trade into this well, and he does, but there's still threats aboard. It's AZ and it's Config, and they are fighting these fights and winning them. This one was going to be a bonus round for Mousesports, so they were able to put it off. Costly for sure, but they tried it, and it didn't work.
Yeah, that was really smart positioning by AZ, angle isolating every kill, making sure he's only in a 1v1 and he can't get overwhelmed by those rushing, overwhelming terrorists coming through hut. Yeah, you called it exactly. They don't have many utility to the CT side. Fast pace, nearly worked. AZ was just too strong there.
We finally get to the Oscar on the AWP though. This is something that's always fun to watch, and it's quite weird to see when you see like Chris J pick it up for a little bit. It can be exchanged between them, but we are seeing Oscar now a little bit more dominant with it. And Robs actually makes it out towards upper on his own there. No one else able to join him, but maybe just found a little bit of play through Squeaky that he was able to exploit. But MSL not letting much slip by him at the moment, but a couple of players filtering towards outer already.
Yeah, I mean Oscar's been using the AWP.
Oh no!
And he gets frag Cajun. There it is. Finally lands it. Yeah, Oscar's been given the AWP a lot more, primarily over Chris J. I think the styles are contrasting. Chris J's much more passive, likes to hold his angles. CT side AWPer, he's great for a second AWPer. But you need someone like Oscar who's willing to make plays and hunt frags.
I might have to do that just now. This might even be out of the realm of possibility at this point. We'll see if they find anything soon. Maybe the next couple of seconds, if they pick up a frag or two, that'd be great. But Config playing such a close-by angle, he's like an early warning system. Even if he does fall to Dennis, they'll know where the hit's coming in. Dennis has to predict everything, and he just can't. There's too many angles, too many threats on board. Config wins it, and now Oscar left in the 1v4, and he's still going to go down for this. Config's still around the same corner here.
Ooh.
I guess you got to believe, right?
You gotta. Sometimes you just feel it, you know.
I don't know if that's...
Go for the simple move.
Yeah?
Simple would have done that.
Simple would have won that.
Could have won that. Simple
Maybe
definitely would have hit that no-scope. He just
Standard.
does. It's a bit weird how he does those.
Yeah, that cash drop that he did, like the famous one that he hit,
oh
was just...
God.
I don't understand.
Disgusting moment in time.
Why is Dennis just on the Glock? Oh no, Deagle. and buy. Just a little late to the party. He's having a nice time in spawn. I just had a confused, like...
Deciding what to buy.
Yeah, just...
I'm in an iron.
Indecision. Not always great, but mate, you know what? I believe
You've had indecision shopping, come on.
Don't know what you mean, Christian. That's...
Shopping's hard.
It is tough, but I just wear black constantly. Have you seen, like, what we're all wearing at this event? Like, it looks like we're dressed for a funeral. Alex agrees. I wish we had just an Alex cam for you guys. It's a beautiful sight. He's off at the side, just having a little bit of a peek here. But this is a much slower pace from Mousesports. They haven't really tried anywhere early here, just kind of taking their time.
Yeah, they keep getting punished on the fast aggression. They're going to have to do it methodically, go for the double faces, make sure they're trading the CTs. It's really important that you trade the CTs, because if you go 1 for 1, you've got the advantage as a T.
It's got to be in their minds here, and you can see KGB with the AWP now, keeping like, whoa, Oscar, the slightest of angles. That's what you're looking for those fights.
He knows, man. He knows all of these peaks. He loves playing peekaboo, finding these players. He knows where people like to hide.
That's so nicely done. And now this split can be really pushed further. AZ's in a bit of trouble here. This is tough. So he's going to play towards event, maybe, but you're still kind of caught between two pinches. You've got the players still by hut, and you got the players slow working through secret. Christian finding Magic makes it worse. They're losing out on players now across the board. Now AZ has to try and stem the bleeding, but he can't. LoL wins it out now. MSL and Config. Where'd you go? What do? You have no advantage anywhere. They try and make it towards lower with 15 seconds remaining. That bomb's going to be planted, I hope. It will be, as Christian does make it in time. Smoke goes in, and MSL, you've got to just save this.
Yeah, I mean, backstairs, they found a hole. Managed to get close to the bomb site and get those trades. The lower bomb site is a really tricky one to hold the CTs. You often are there yourself, if not there's someone ramp rotating. Just bested by the AKs in this situation.
And it's got to be a tough pill to swallow. North it looks like maybe they'd start to get back into this a little bit, but
yeah,
now
they're going to be money troubled again. They lost quite a few players last round as well.
And do bear in mind, of course, this is the Pro League, but the league below that's allowed these teams to come through. And a lot of these players have found their, the way through have come through that Mountain Dew League down below. So do check that out and make sure you keep eyes on those teams who've got big coming into the Pro League next season. Now they ground that out hard.
They stormed through that league.
Yeah, did you get trashed by big?
Fortunately, we didn't get matched against them.
Nice.
But we would have probably been tabsoned. Yeah.
You got hard tabsoned?
It was probably inevitable that he'd just destroy us.
Feels bad, man.
He's on fire right now.
Yeah, he's
their team's looking really good. It's got a lot of potential.
All right, we'll keep eyes on them. But for now, the previous German team, now the most European mix of all, I think. Mousesports. Now with, well, only Dennis, I guess, right? Chris J, he kind of feels a little bit German at times. He can speak a bit of it, a very good amount of it, considering I'm kidding. He is very good at speaking German, but the rest, not so much. So we do have that EU roster coming in. So,
yeah, it's definitely the phase approach. Yeah, pick up the best players. Just everyone speaks English anyway.
Oh, if you've got a good in-game leader, right? I guess it's fine. Do you know who's IGL for Mouse right now? Because I actually don't.
I think it's Dennis.
I guess.
Alex? I don't know with the addition of Rops.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I'm not too sure myself. So I'm kind of curious because you don't see much of a deficit with them. Like everyone can kind of frag in this team. So I'm kind of curious who fits that role because Dennis is playing crazily recently. Yeah. Now I wonder if Config gets away with this because Dennis is known for this outer aggression on their CT side. It was one of his tricks up the sleeve. So I wonder if they're going to check for it. Rob certainly doesn't. Caught unawares, and that's 2 big kills. Dennis pulls a foul to it as well as LOL is the only one to find one back.
That's rare from him. He'll normally get that kill if not check it properly. Seemed to just walk past it, didn't expect it at all, and got punished for it.
Yeah, 3 players now for the T side. Never easy to work with. You're going to have to find a way in, and they don't. Oscar falling is a huge loss as LoL and Chris J look for more, and no more is to be found. LoL now last man standing against 4. No real step to play here, and 20 seconds remaining. That one bit of play outside from Config pretty much got them in this round and secured it.
Yeah, if LoL can pick up a couple of frags, if not a frag, or if he can grab that AWP, that's huge.
He's trying for it. He's going to give it a damn good go. I don't know if anyone can see this. Don't think he's going to wait till the end of the round and then probably pick it up at the very end so he can at least put up a fight if required. And there it is. AWP to hand. Nice recovery.
That's expensive for the CTs. He's unhappy about that loss.
Yeah, they do manage to just scavenge one back for the CT side as well, so that's okay. It's not the worst in the world, but look at the money they had to invest back into it. Yep. And we know what the money's like on that CT side on Nuke.
Exactly. If they lose this round now, they're screwed.
Yeah, T-side, let's see what they've got here, because that one move, that one little kind of foray from Config completely wrecked them, and I wonder if he's even daring to do something aggressive again. Probably not. I can imagine that'll be checked on and checked again, just in case. It looked like two players were going to fancy their odds out there quite close. AZ was maybe joining him, but Dennis straight through towards Secret, and he is so aggressive about it.
Yeah, they don't seem to be letting off this time. They really want this lower control, working a default, and they're probably going to split lower. If they can do a vent dive here with Dennis down already, holding the back vents, this could be dangerous.
Yeah, this could be really interesting to see if they put it off. But who's in the upper site right now? So you've still got AZ by the old vent. You've still got MSL there. You've got a decent amount, but they can slip through those vents if required. But Config's the one holding those lower stairs as well. Down by the control room. Plays back up a little closer. Dennis is down to 59 HP. Config's not giving it away.
Dennis heard that and he's called it. He's just immediately left. He's probably going to go through main. He might hit upper here.
This could turn the attention. Molly goes in. AZ forced down. Still finds Rops on the way, but trades his life for it. 1-for-1 so far, 4v4. Config lurking away in the vents, waiting for that moment to pounce. He toyed with it. Oscar's just around that corner, and we're yet to see that T-side fully commit towards upper. They're still waiting to see if North responds to this. This is a smart play from Mouse. See if they can maybe pull another kill out, but no! It was a 1-for-1. Actually, Christie found MSL, so it's still going okay, but 30 seconds remain. They know where Config is. He's pretty shut down right now. They're going to have to depend on Magisk or Cajun B to kind of pull them out of this situation. Yeah,
Magisk's got all this info here, but Cajun's saying that. He's gone down to Dennis lurking on the back. The upper bomb site's theirs.
No, they've got 18 seconds. They need to make that move pretty quickly. Bomb's now down. That's great. Time's in their favor. Now, Magisk's position, maybe not instantly noted, but they're going to consider it now. They know he's been playing around ramp. It's going to be an eventual thing you have to consider, and there it is. He tries to take a quick fight towards Lowell, but that is not going to be one out. And now it's just Config. Might be time to save again.
Yeah, he's not really got a chance in this round. Another ridiculously hard map to try and retake from. You kind of normally like 1v2 situations. Oh, he's killing people. He's cashing in. Normally, some situations on some maps are doable because you can get a read. Maybe like overpass. There's two players left. One's planted the bomb. You expect him to be water. Maybe one towards monster, something like that. Then you can kind of isolate and get your picks off of that. Nuke, different ball game. They can be anywhere. Up, down, left, right, in, out. Shake it all about.
4-6. Config having a bit of a match. This is nice to see from him. He's gone for the scout, drops that one out. And that's going to be Cajun B's going forward. He does still have that M4, so that's fine. A bit of obviously a forced up buy here is best they can achieve at this point. Still decent utility considering what they've got, but you've got a Deagle on MSL, you've got UMPs, so maybe going to try and make up for it slightly. Quick swing by with a deeper nades towards outer, and Noel gets the brunt of it, but another quick play out from Dennis. He does want to give up secret control. He doesn't want to fight for it later, but Config finding an angle to work with.
He's got the info.
That's so smart.
Yeah. He keeps finding these little slivers through their smokes, and the tiniest mistake, and maybe a smoke's just gone just an inch too far, is going to let up to these players for frags.
Yeah, we saw it in control and doing with the Deagle, so
yeah,
he's done it again. That was disastrous, but here we go. Bomb still not really moving out from Secret. They're holding in Secret. Maybe going to try and force that rotate towards lower and see if they can then punish upper. There's so many options available. They've still got a minute here. They've got such early control. They don't really need to do too much at this moment, Mouse. See if maybe North try and play for another kill into this one. And we'll see what they can achieve here. Bearing in mind that when Astralis do this, they literally wait for kills and then maybe hit upper. They have so many opportunities when they hold in Secret and force people to try and play around it. Now, North aren't really playing to the tune there. Trying to define. That's a shot and a half. Rops goes down, but the hit towards upper comes in. This is what I was expecting, but it looks like so was MSL, but he can't find the follow. He only had a Deagle. How much can one man do? But the rest of the North have to play retake, and it's Config at the forefront. 2 big kills thus far, and he's going to have to look for more here. 2v2, AZ only on that UMP. Kit on Config, though, and the two players tucked in towards the site. They can't escape it. Chris J's on 38, Dennis on 22, and he's already gone. It's down to Chris J, 1v2 here. Rifle to hand, smoke to the right, and he's holding that angle like his life, well, as it does, depends on it. Pushes forward, pulls back, waits. Sees nothing yet. Flash comes in, turns it. First man to fight will be AZ. It's a 1v1, but Config is so much healthier. And Chris J on only 4 HP goes down, but you could feel there was a moment that could have happened.
Yeah, that was really, really smart by Mouse. They completely cleared lower, forced rotations. Rops was lurking lobby the entire round. He got all the info. He's going to try and catch one off guard, maybe rotating down the vents or jumping down from upper. Unfortunately, he got one digged by MSL, but he's given all of the info that there's only at least 2 or 3 downstairs. from all that pressure, and they've just absolutely exploded our part and taken the round.
Ooh, Chris J's in-game leading right now, just so we know. That's interesting. Chris J's in-game leading, so I guess that's really why Dennis is like completely freed up. So Chris J is your IGL.
Really?
At present, yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Mousesports Twitter. I appreciate you. Shout out to you guys. Love it. No, that's...
Maybe that's why Dennis has just been let loose a bit.
Oh, and to be fair, it's not like Christie's had a dip in performance. He's still fine. But maybe why he's stepped away from the AWP a little bit, because if you're AWPing, obviously you're pretty tunnel visioned away from having to care about the rest of your team. Like, if you're literally scoped in, you can't even see half of what's going on, right? So it's maybe a little tougher, but it makes sense. It's quite an interesting change. It's working, though. Let's be real about this. This has really helped him out as of late. I wonder how long he's been in-game leading for, but yeah, good stuff thus far. Good T-side as well. This is not just, you know, pick up the pistol and then get the first 3 and a couple here, there, and everywhere. They're getting gun rounds on the board. This is competitive. For North, again, I want to say, where's Magisk right now? This guy is, like, meant to be that explosive, like, super, you know, he's one of the fraggers, right? That's the guy you want to be seeing, like, up there at the top, and he's not quite found that yet. Maybe just not quite in the game at the moment. Maybe that T-side will just suit him a little bit better. But, yeah,
No, Magisk is definitely one that you rely on.
Yeah.
And when he's performing, you feel it, because that guy is a magic boy. He's pretty crisp when he's on form. Unfortunately, he's just not having the greatest time right now. And Mouse getting the better of him. Chris J leading, it's a bit of a surprise to me, but it kind of makes sense. His style is almost supporty, info plays. He isn't the one that's always going to go and make the play. They've got the players to do that.
Well, he's trying to make a play.
He's just run out.
It didn't go well, but I guess it was to set up Dennis for the trade, but is what it is.
When you're calling as well, he's going to... Ooh, that's awkward. That's so unfortunate. He's walked back into that smoke, because his screen... That smoke's not even covering lobby, and his screen's completely gone grey, and he didn't even realise it was there.
That's horrific. Yeah, it's interesting. That's new information. I'm kind of glad that you found that out. But yeah, it's sad for him, for Mousesports right now, because their money's been depleted and it's pretty much in the bin. But North isn't much more. You know, it's not particularly robust. This has been on a bit of a knife's edge the whole time. Like, neither team's really strung together rounds and built up that really stable economy. Yeah,
it's a bit tit for tat. The trading weapons. Oh my lord, Config is on an absolute steamer right now. What would the score be if he wasn't performing like that?
And that is a question we might find out later into this tournament, considering this is the first game of the group. So, you know, people maybe just warming into this, you know, starting to feel out the game a little bit more. You know, they've done their warm-up, but, you know, it's different once you get into those officials. Maybe he's coming hot to this one, but the rest maybe not quite there yet. So hopefully a couple other players join him. Otherwise, North might be in trouble, because you need those 3 players to turn up for me. It's, you know, Cajun B, Config, and Magisk. And you need those 3. Yeah. If they're not there, I don't see them doing well. Obviously, MSL is a great kind of, I guess, you know, puppeteer, right? He'll pull the strings to make them dance, but you need the guys behind you. So again, we'll see if they can maybe keep this one going a little bit better further forward. But for now, they're 6-6. It's not the worst in the world. You may have wanted a better CT side, but they're still a good T side team on this. I still think they're very, very good on the T side because of MSL. And yeah, nice little cheeky plant, bit of a vent dive, and yeah, bomb plant. Not bad.
Really well played. Yeah. Even though they got no kills, they had no other options there. It's the best option with what you got. Flood everyone out, be distractions, send the bomb lower, get that extra cash.
Very nice. All right, 14 rounds down, 7-6 as we sit here right now, and we do see, again, the decent buy finally comes back in for Mousesports after what felt like forever, but a little bit of a buffer now growing behind North as well. So these guys at least have a bit of money to go to now going forward, but we'll see. As said, just remember how much turned off the back of Config's aggression outside. That was a round that really pulled them back into this one. So now Mousesports have to be hyper aware of this. They've been working out a lot of things that, you know, North have been throwing at them, but game's yet to be over, and Config again fancies his chances. Over by T-Red right now. This is quite nice. Bit of a difference, a little bit of a different, you know, side that he's gone to, so keeping it a little bit different, and there it is. He's going to find Dennis, and that is gutting for Dennis. That spray just did not connect. Damage done, sure, but damage is not necessarily enough to get you into this game. It's a 3v4, but AZ and MSL are a little low, but that doesn't really change much of the odds here.
Yeah, well, North just taking the fight to them. They know these smokes are coming in. They know Dennis wants to go fast downstairs. Perfect counter there. Just 2 outside, aggression, shut it down. And now Chris J's managed to find himself out on our bar. What a sneaky play.
Lol's found 2? How's he managed 2 out of that situation?
I think he went around the back, somehow managed to...
Oh, he's found something to work with. And now KGB and Magic. Well, Magic's in towards Secret. KGB's over by ramp. They're not exactly in any initial position.
Very winnable.
Yeah, this has become very possible. I wonder if Oscar can isolate one. So, oh, this is nice. If he expects that. Oh, he's going to fly Magic in quickly. I don't know if he's heard KGB, if he was just aware it could be a possibility. No. KGB's found the drop.
Lowell's low.
Lowell is on 8 HP. That's a one-shot through and through here. That P250 could do it all for KGB, but he's got to find out he's still got a molly. But, oh, Lowell was the one shot he had. There was a clean shot, and he missed it, but he had that second shot.
Headshots.
Oh, my word. If only you knew how low he was, that could have changed everything.
Yeah. Rounds like that where it gets so crazy and the damage might have been done really early in the round, the info might have gone misplaced or forgotten.
Exactly. Like, Lowell might have been one of those players who got tagged early from like config pushing up, and that was literally at the start of the round. So it's like, how are you meant to remember that sort of thing? But double AWP now coming through. KGB, Glass, Cannon, and config fully bought up on it.
Double AWP. Last round. Why not? They haven't done it yet. Don't know how well it works on Nuke. I think you need to have really good AWPers for... If they explode upper and you're an AWPer, it's an incredibly hard spot to play. Kenny S does it, and you've seen those angles he's holding. I don't think I've seen anyone play upper like Kenny S with AWPs. But he's everywhere. He's so dynamic.
Now, config started double AWPing quite recently for North, and he's been actually pretty good at it. Yeah, he finds sweaty little angles, this guy. You know what I mean? It's like, that was sweaty as you like, but
Dennis
full players, I'd be pretty good. So like, great, this is really great. Overwhelmed eventually though. Magic, this will now kick in KGB to effect, but falls away early from this angle, maybe expecting someone closer than they were, but the play could happen from Lowell here. He's the one who's kind of going against the grain. Now, MSL's up on Rafters, I'm pretty sure, and you've got AZ over by the vent. Check towards Rafters. Lowell doesn't see him. Might have shown on radar, not too sure.
So scary pushing in like this.
Oh, this is nice though. He's going to find one. Has to check. Yes, he's seen him as well. Lowell again. 2 big kills. He's done this again and again and again. This is so impressive. Molly towards upper should deny a little bit. And the vent play too. Config just wanted to get in there, wanted to get the fight going, but maybe a little ahead of the curve as KGB couldn't even enter because Molly was there. And what a way to close out the half. Mousesports really putting up a match here on that T side.
Yeah. What would if Config wasn't popping off though? Magic has been a bit absent.
He's not having a game yet, to be fair.
He does love his T side. He does love going in and making head. So we might see that from him. But there, that round from Lowell was crazy. This is what I mean about people just slow walking into sites contact. You see it from Fnatic. All these AKs are so powerful. He's just crouched through main. No F's given, just crouch through. The players could be anywhere. He finds them, picks up 3 kills.
It's pretty impressive, I'm not going to lie. Let's have a look at
it takes balls.
It really does. North, though, going to be running in with the molly, 2 smokes and a flash as well. So this is quite a nice little piece maybe they got set up. Double nade as well over for Mousesports. You've got the 5-7. You've got the kit on Chris J. So yeah, he does seem to be playing a little bit more of that supportive role overall, if you want to look at it that way. Maybe not completely depending on the firepower, but maybe an explosive hit towards ramp coming through pretty soon, which Rops, a young man with a lot of weight on his shoulders now, going to have to deal with.
Yeah, he's the man to watch right now. He's going to have to get this first
Dennis,
kill.
this info as well.
Oh, wow. Dennis has gone far.
That's perfect. That is so nicely done. They know such a good idea. And Rops is falling back pretty early here. Took a quick fight and then backed off from it. Chris J now under pressure, though.
They're going ladder.
Are they going to wrap towards upper?
Yep.
Oh, this is nice. This is a nice idea from North. I like it. We've seen more and more teams doing this, and I think North was one of the first. They've always been very creative on their T-side pistols. You look at Mirage, they had that crazy triple nade going towards CT, but right now it's Config again, tipping the scales over for North.
Yeah, really, really well played there. Probably done some research on how they like to play defense. The one player there getting the info and then dropping down ramp. It's left all of ramp open, and they've just gone tempo up the ladder. And the nades, the double nades they bought, really didn't have the impact they needed. They were kind of committing on them going fast squeaky or fast hut to get that damage down. But without the nade, without the armor, it's much harder to kind of fight off those really close-up players that are aim punching you.
Yeah, and North going right in on this utility.
Config's just not slowing down.
Nah, Config's having... this is the Config that I used to love watching. Prior to the North days, this was when the Danish team was just up and coming. You had TSM at the time. Now Astralis, of course, starting to really start to peak a little bit and cause upsets. And I was waiting for Config to be the one to join Astralis. To be fair, I still thought he was very much on the verge, but he kind of fell, I guess, a little away from that. But still, he's having real games here. And if this keeps up through the group stage, this could completely push North through to a different level. But at the moment, Dennis in a bit of a battle with AZ. over by Secret. He's going to try and chase down this fight, and he's hungry for this one. It plays in Oscar as well. Nicely done, baiting out that reload. Yeah,
really, really well played there with the double peek. He's got all of the attention on him. He's run wide, and then he's hidden. The terrorist was completely unaware that Oscar was there, ready to just capitalise off that.
Agent B getting tagged then as well. Not sure where from, but it's so far pretty clean. You know, excluding that one initial moment, which is fine.
Yeah, they've recovered.
This is fine. Yeah, this is nice and clean as you like. Agent B, don't make me sound like an idiot. I do that enough on my own. Thank you. But look how low they are.
Yeah. That's so frustrating when you watch rounds like this back and you realise how close you were to winning the round, yet how far away you are. It's always frustrating.
Yeah, Dennis there. No other option at the moment. Like, he obviously doesn't know that they're literally sitting on around like 10 HP. You could kill 3 in less than a clip at the right sort of position, so is what it is at the moment.
Quick burst, you could cash in 1.5k.
That's a way to look at it, isn't it? And knowing his luck, he'll walk into Config, who's like, you know, a
full
beast
HP
at the
hunting,
moment, full
feeling
HP.
it. Yeah.
But at the moment, he's going to be trying to stay alive down in Secret. And yeah, Config is slowly but surely getting towards us. He knows what's up. He doesn't predict it well enough, doesn't check the right corner. But 3 players for North will stay alive, even on 10 HP.
Yeah, did they get away? Yeah, they all got away. Interesting. Close game.
Yep. So far, I'm kind of impressed.
Buying? Why is Oscar? Oh, he's saved. All right, okay, he's just bought armor.
Yeah, he got dropped out the UMP. So Des just going to buy himself a CD there. So just going to treat himself a little bit. We'll see. You know, maybe put an Oscar here just in case they do a quick hit towards upper, anything like that. Maybe just, you know, a little bit of a counterplay to that. But at the moment, nothing really coming through. And the thing about North is I'm pretty sure they're one of the teams who did that. They used to do the smoke there, and they'd like drop through it and challenge. And it's very, very aggressive. It looks like they're just going to try and take over Garage.
I love this strat. Especially when you're against pistols and force fires. Just wrapping outside and just squeezing is so strong, because they have to kind of peek you at some point to get info of where you're heading. And that's exactly what we're seeing. They're getting all over outside and just squeezing.
Yeah, AZ even creeping up. You have to make some noise up here, but AZ slowly going to work his way around. He's had a couple of shots here. Maybe curious as to where the hell they just came from. And MSL going to be the one to take the challenge first. As Oscar going to find a frag. That's pretty impressive, though. He's going to find something and then maybe get away with this one, too. Keeps going and now plays in Rops. Rops not going to be able to do too much, though. They're overwhelmed in the end by Config.
Flying Config beats him.
Flying Config. Any sort of Config right now seems pretty terrifying,
If Oscar can get another kill here, maybe a couple of exits, that'll really help him getting up the AWP. The money for the AWP, I think he's running quite low at the moment. Yeah, not the greatest.
Hopefully he can get a little bit more bang for his buck, but I think that might be all he's going to get.
Probably get a drop.
Yeah, he could be maybe dropped out, but yeah, saving these two, not the worst in the world. They can maybe fashion a buyout.
Yeah.
Let's see. 9.
No, really, really well played. It's pretty much textbook what you want to do. You want to take those long range battles against the USPs. You don't want to get close. You don't want to get your face ripped off by a P250. Just a really methodical way of playing it.
Yeah,
I like the approach.
And I think this is just, there's a little bit of MSL's doing in this sort of aspect, that he's got just a really good T-side in-game leader. And I think that's what I enjoy watching about North, is how they play those T-sides and how they approach them. I think they're some of their strongest suits throughout this. But I've got to highlight, can we just hit that tab again and just make sure we see that scoreboard? A player who's still pretty absent, Magisk. You know, I want to see him.
One frag this half.
Yeah, and it's weird. He's normally one of those players who does, you know, he's not an average player. He's got high.
No,
you know,
he's an insane player.
I don't know. Maybe he'll recover late game, but eventually there's going to be a point where you kind of need him to start delivering. Maybe Config drops off slightly. Maybe they just need him to play his role, and he's not quite there. Because, you know, you're not going to put Magisk in a passive role that doesn't necessarily need frags. You need him to start delivering a bit more. We'll see down the line. Right now, we've got a decent enough buy from Mousesports. Here comes the hit. Rob's flashed out. The first flash doesn't catch him, but the second one will. He falls back, gives up wrap control. Got to be careful now.
This angle.
What sort of control do they have? Yeah, they're splitting towards upper. This is so hard to handle.
Oh
Oscar! The 3K, we said about it earlier. Imagine if they lined up, they're on 10 HP. They weren't on 10 HP, they were full. And he still found that UMP was just tearing them limb from limb. Bomb going in, AZ just going to fake it out for starters, see if anyone plays in off the back of it. He's got to depend on Cajun B here pretty heavily as well.
Talk about UMP things. What a way to give you a chance to win the round.
Let's see if they can play back into this. Decent utility on Dennis and Chris J. No kits, though. I don't know if there's one down maybe towards upper. We're going to find out pretty soon. First Molly goes in, forces KGB out, still finds one en route. It's all on AZ 1v2. He's going to find Dennis, but will he expect Rob so close? No, absolutely not. And no time wasted. Gets straight in towards bomb and gets the defuse going.
Yeah, really, really well played there on the retake. They had some ideas around Squeaky. Rob's cleared through lobby. Kind of just dissected the map, thought about where they could be. Molly was perfect, pushed him out, take the frag, 3-on-1 situation. AZ has to make the play, swings wide, gets dinked, gets a frag, and then Robs is there to clean it up. Really well played on the retake.
Now, looking at the buy coming back in, of course, North do have that buffer to fall back on, so they can still get a good buy into this round. And, you know, Mouse feeling a little fragile. You don't want to get that reset feeling, you know, on the horizon, but they've got a good enough buy. They've finally got that, you know, mollies, they've got nades, they can hinder those quick hits if they're ever going to be considered coming through. Obviously not going to happen, as North now just kind of slow down a little bit, and they can do maybe a more execute-based hit if they fancy it.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a bit of mind games.
What are these smokes?
What are these smokes?
What is...
Windows?
Eh? They're doing deep outside smokes.
I've not seen this. This is cool. This is really cool.
And okay, so they've smoked off really, really deep. They've smoked off here as well. So
they've just trapped them in a box.
They put the mouse in the trap, and now they're going to see how this one works. I really like this. Seriously,
this is pretty innovative stuff. What a call from MSL.
I'm just hoping it works. You know, it's all good and well. It looks cool, but it's got to work. They've got the first.
Well, outside control.
It's theirs completely. And
yeah,
absolutely.
I mean that in itself works. We know that works. They've just got to manage to take this round now. Yeah. They've got the player lead. They're just holding for the pushes right now. They know the CGs are going to make a play. They've heard Chris J scope. They've got all this info. He's pulling it, flashed, and ruined. And there it is.
Yeah. Does get away. Rob's going to find him a cell. Oh, Chris J. Chris J. Now, that was almost something. Now, Robs, you've got a 1v3. You've got the bomb down. You've got 20 seconds to try and defend this. This is not great. It's like a tower defense game. You've got 3 players. Oh, my God, they're all there. And, of course, he does get found. You know, a deep side. But that was a really nice hit. Let's kind of toil through again from North, because it did work in the end. But that control they gathered, it was so good. I don't know how they'd have maybe handled if they did have like an AWP outside or something, or maybe that's just not what they'd play it against. But it was so well done. Yeah.
It's same kind of thing with the pistol round. This time they used their smokes to make sure they didn't lose any early players going down. Loads of outside pressure, loads of flashes, quick onto balcony and around the building. Those smokes covered window and upper, so they couldn't be peeked. All you had to do is walk straight across the building, and they're in positions to squeeze that site. Chris J gave his info away with the scope, and yeah, the squeeze was perfect. Really nice round by them.
And if North have been, really putting in hours, and maybe they have been recently, because that's new from them. That's not something we've necessarily seen before. So that's a new look. If this is something they've been working on, then this could change that kind of viability of North going pretty far here. Because I still think they're one of the teams in this that's a little bit up in the air on occasion. They have had those kind of shaky results recently, which kind of put them in a bit of question. But they are very strong. They topped out the EU League. Everyone knows what they can do. If they're putting in hours, this could be a very scary team down the line. So far, T-side looks good. We'll see if Mousesports can recover. They are only a couple of rounds behind. It's not the end of the world. But this is a very good game between these two.
Yeah, and there's a 3-man lower push here. AZ's going to have to put in work. Yeah, I completely agree. I think North were more consistent, potentially even stronger when they had Rubino. They're still trying to find their footing. They're having up and down, shaky results, very close games and very close losses, which is... when you lose, but only just, it's probably the worst way to lose. It's easier just getting wrecked.
Feels better just getting wrecked.
That's just getting wrecked.
Rob's now P250, and that's all he's got.
Yeah, there's not really much they can do this round. No. Just try to take some guns. Try and make head with those USPs. Not
going to happen, though. As we do still see 5 alive.
Confey's got 3 bullets in his clip. He doesn't care. He's that confident. 1, 2.
Oh, the third wasn't going to be there. But the Glock will do it anyway.
He's hunting. He's in the zone.
Graceful, isn't it? Config is having one of those games that makes you just wonder, how far can this guy go? He's still pretty young to this as well. He's not exactly one of those hugely established players like a couple of the classics and such, but he's certainly certainly put his name out there when he has these performances. 25 kills thus far. He's making up for not having Magisk operating right now. Like, they don't need him to be on that same point yet. But still another pretty poor buy coming out from Mousesports. Still money's... that was a great molly.
That's the problem with body block and clipping in this game.
Yeah.
Nades just ping off randomly. It's unfortunate, we can't avoid it.
CSGO things.
Yeah, it's one of the things I'd probably change. 1.6 was so good for nades.
Clearly not here. But for now, again, the question remains, can Mousesports get any guns away? Can they do anything to slow this round down? We're not seeing many indications that they're going to win these rounds out necessarily. So again, it's just kind of like, let's see what they can bring here. Here's Dennis, going to find AZ. And I wouldn't be surprised seeing Dennis out in those sort of spots down the line on buys because he plays it so well. And timing on the smoke, actually, going to work out pretty well here. Chris J going to find 2? What?
Wow.
Conflic's in a 1v2 now? And he does have the bomb at least, so smoke's down towards lower. Knife, get through the vent, no worries. Okay, bomb's planted.
This is Danger Man, though.
And okay, so we've got the player who's been absolutely outstanding for his team against 2 players who've just kind of turned an impossible round around. They don't have a kit, so timing's got to be pretty snappy on this one. Going to play towards dark, so we'll see.
Going together as well.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for him. Chris J, I guess, should be the one to go first. No armor, and Dennis has got the longevity to actually close it. Oh, that's a good place for the molly. So well done.
Worried.
Guess, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. That worked out so well in the end.
Yeah, wow. What a way to turn the game around when you're about to lose. What, they force armor and some pistols?
Barely any armor.
Barely any armor? It's just the power of pistols in this map. If you stack a bomb site stacking up like they did there, you've got such a quick rotate to lower it. You can almost afford it just to take the gamble and not get punished too much. There you see exactly why. You walk into a site, you get a kill, you think you've cleared half the site, and then suddenly you've got 3 people just peppering you away.
12-10 now, and maybe we've got a game afoot. This has got them back in the game for now, at least. The buy rounds could still be pretty poor from Mousesports on the CT side. North looked like they were in control to that point. And we do have Cajun B and Oscar facing off head-to-head at this point on the AWPs. Maybe not individually, but these are the smokes again, those deep smokes that cut off the outside area. This time we got someone out there, Chris J, playing so passive. Look at this response.
This is around those smokes. He'll be able to see them trying to do this exact same strat. And how's he going to do?
Oh, if he'd hit that cleaner, he might have had a chance. He could have tried to smoke himself out so he doesn't get mollied. Nothing you can do. All right, you've given yourself away on that one. It is what it is. There's no escaping that sort of fate. He did well if he was a bit cleaner on that first kill.
Look at Cajun B. He's just standing on red.
He's confident.
This is really, really nice round. They're in complete control outside, giving them nothing. They're sitting in this little box just hoping. And see the double face here.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to handle this. 2 players creeping around, doesn't even get one. Does dink up MSL, but you'd always have like AZ. There was someone else there to straight away be ready for this. This is so nicely played. North, your T-sides again. I don't care if you win half these rounds. It's a pleasure to watch them play. This reminds me of when we first started to see them on Mirage, and they were doing these like crazy things that are very like unique and quite fun. And this feels like it again. Now Oscar gonna watch the push down towards Secret. This is a problem that they haven't been able to get past just yet. They haven't faced it just yet. Molly goes in, and time is now being bought. 20 seconds, but the bomb is going down. MSL, first challenger falls. You don't expect that, to be fair.
No.
Oscar just going in, AWP out, no worries. On the bomb as well, Dennis. Oh, God, AZ doesn't even know. Oh, God, Dennis is just holding this one down. He didn't.
They're going to be 2 after that.
Oh, that's rough.
I mean, the round played out perfect. How do you counter that? Other than they got the bomb down, they cleared outside, they cleared under ladder, they cleared heaven. You can attack from any angle at that point. What a great strategy. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off. Huge round by Oscar, stopping that planner. Well, denying the planner after he gets it. It's perfect time to peek is when the guy's planning, because there's one less gun shooting at you. And if you can find that millisecond gap to punish, perfect, take it.
Again, this could be all a ruse, though. This could be now North, because they've got control of the mind games, right? They can do those same smokes deep towards the outside area and then just hit up. And try and switch up the pace here, just purely because of where they're positioned. This could be the hit coming in, and you can see already, look at Mouse adjusting to this. You've got Oscar and Dennis both down by Secret. Yeah,
this is where the mind games kick in. Do the same smokes, maybe throw a similar kind of player towards that area, but then have like 3 ready to go up or something, just outball them.
Here
it's
it is.
kind of... That's what we're seeing. Straight lower.
Oh, Config has so much power right now in the way he's playing. He's isolated these two players going back from...
Oh,
if
he
he knows...
know.
If he just turns, if he hears, if he just get... Oh, he's seen them
seen
both. Oh my god, he's just
away.
dancing between
That's
those
huge.
bullets. That is so well done. Bomb's now planted as well. 3 players from Mousesports bamboozled by this round. What do you do against that? Unreal. Absolutely
That's the
unreal.
mind games. They tried to counter the outside play.
Not going to happen.
And MSL's you've just fallen right into the trap.
Now the retake begins. You know, Mousesports have to still give this a go. 2 players on the site. AZ lines one up, doesn't even sit. How? How is he able to see them so clearly? Or no, I don't understand. So back. Magic's there, gonna shut down the round, remove Rops away from the situation. It looks like North are in control here. This T side, I don't think you're gonna stop it.
No, it's gonna need some serious performances from these CT players. I think they need to start getting outside control or pressuring outside. Because these hiding in the sites and crossfiring, they're getting executed on, and they're just not. they're not really getting their value from this.
Yeah, and of course, do make sure you check out the Open League.
It's just so
relevant to the round we're in right now.
Yeah,
is what it is. Christian, would you play in the Open League?
I have played in the Open League.
How did it feel? Talk me through it. About as nice as being on Mousesports right now, playing against North on this T side?
Yes.
There it is. There's the analogy. Love it. All right. 13 to 11.
I'll just say ESL wire.
It's a great thing. I don't know what you mean. Chris J.
Solid program.
Flame our company, Christian. We're going to fight before you start. This is it. Game over. He's out. All right. Where's Steel? Where's Steel?
It's nice to play with a bit of frames per second.
Shut your mouth. Right, I'm just going to calling up ESL right now. Like, get this guy out. He's too spicy. He's dropping all the spicy meatballs.
I tried.
That's true. But we are still waiting on the pause. And if you're Mousesports, you're just trying to theorize how we change this. How do we switch this up? How do we get out of this situation? Because North seem to have layers to this hit as well. It's not just that, you know, oh, we'll just do this deep smoke. It's not just like a one-off little piece. They've had like, adaptations to it. They've had different looks to it. I don't know if there's CT aggression to be found. All right, maybe they can push play towards outer. You know, Dennis likes to do it. Get over towards T-Red maybe. But you're still facing against 4 players and you're completely isolated. So
yeah, it's really kind of it's just scary playing against. You don't know what angle they're going to come at. Yep. Losing Heaven Control makes upper unbearable to play. Like, you have to push lobby. You have to do something aggressive. You have to disrupt this play because they're just going to punish you every time.
Absolutely. Now, yeah, outside aggression, they've thrown it in.
They've
Dennis,
thrown 3 outside.
T-Red. They put I think they put 1 smoke up themselves, maybe give them a little bit of room to play with, but Dennis now forced to play further forward. AZ is just individually outplaying them right now. This is a real...
He's read them like a book.
Yeah, this is, as Henry G and Moses would like to say, a bit of a bottom powdering. This is what's happening.
They like to say that?
Yeah, Alex likes it too, doesn't he? He's a big fan.
Alex just likes bottoms.
That is very true. Yeah. Very true. Oscar, Lol, and Rops now trying to hold off against 5 very, very good right now players. Not the situation you dream of being in at this point. And
no, I think try and save the AWP here.
That is the name of the game. It's just like, please, Rops and Lol, be my bodyguard. Just take the bullets for me.
Go find player. I run opposite way.
That's the cool one, honestly.
That's cool right now.
Right now, just find out where they are. I'll go elsewhere.
I'll go that way.
He's trying to make it out. It's like those missions where you can't be detected in, like, what was it, like Splinter Cell? You can see him like creeping around the map, like trying to be really subtle. He's just hiding away everywhere. Oh, he's going to throw over the M4. He's being a nice little Splinter Cell spy. There we go. He's made it out pretty far. Good stuff. He should be safe, I guess, in like T-spawn. I don't think anyone's going to chase him out that far. I don't think they even have time. They're over by ramp. So Oscar will be safe at this point, but the thing that isn't safe is the scoreline. It's going to be 14 to 11 after this round, Christian. I don't know if there's an answer to this hit.
No. I mean, that round there, they tried to compensate for all the rounds that they've lost outside. They sent 3 there with 1 main, so we could back up the A player. Perfect call by MSL. AZ's just ruined you outside. He knows it's going to be weak on ramp. Go ramp, take lower, job done, and lose no players.
All right, 14 to 11, and the money's starting to build up now for North as well. If they keep keeping these rounds quite clean, they're going to have a nice buffer going to the next few. UMPs galore and a little bit of utility to supplement it, but it's not much, and it's not what you want to be seeing. Oscar, make that difference. No, he walks into config. The one guy you don't want to be facing right now, and there goes the AWP.
He doesn't care.
No, he just ran through smoke, just straight into no man's land. There's actually 3 players there, to be fair. Or at least there was. Oscar was one of them. You still have 2 players kind of like sitting up on ramp as we speak. But
he's just held W to ramp.
He's in a different world to us. All right, Christian, we can't understand.
He's beat the nade and then gone through the nade. He
is the nade now.
He is a grenade.
He is. Explosive capabilities. Chris J with the UMP. They've nerfed the range, Chris J, so there we go. Creeps up nice and close. Can he get much done here? 3 players. Beautiful work damage-wise. Great, it's balanced. Thank you, Valve. Stop flaming everyone, Christian. You've come in. All guns are blazing. Flaming ESL, flaming
the
Valve.
Weapon.
You're a spicy analysis.
The weapon doesn't have feelings.
I have feelings, right? The one dev that works on CSGO is really upset right now. Anyway, Dennis puts a smile back on his face as he does find AZ, hindering this approach. Finally, maybe North have to start working for this one again. As KGB or Magisk can do something, but Magisk is not a name that I've been saying all that often as of late.
Yeah, he's got to make a play here. Cajun's a bit trapped, trying to get info as best as he can.
And Rops is watching that vent, so as soon as Magisk even shows a little, he'll lose a lot. And already goes down. This is the problem now. Tucked in. KGB finds Dennis. That's more impressive than anything. How did he get that angle? 10 seconds, though. Fakes out the bomb. Waits for that first player to peek. Oh, he couldn't get the job done. That could have been something. Could have been maybe a little more than it was. But a double ult found for free, which is perfect, considering the money situation they're in.
Yeah, he just went for it. He knew that there's enough time on the clock. Even if he doesn't make the frag, he can't make the plant. Yeah. He just has to stop the plant. Yeah, another ridiculously close round.
Yeah. North, though,
this game has just been close throughout.
Yeah, it has. We saw those ridiculous force buys coming up as well at the start, and now this.
Yeah, they weren't giving up, were they? Force into force.
Everyone. You know, this is tooth and nail stuff, I guess. You know, this is your first game in your groups, and you want to get off to a really good start. But Oscar going to find AZ to start with, and we saw how dominant AZ was outside at punishing that aggression. So that's probably a nice touch for them, maybe lighting up a little bit of what they could maybe achieve later on down the line. But for now, Mouse, don't need to make too many other moves. You've got the man advantage.
This is where Chris J can really do work. If they know Oscar's outside, and they stay away from him and try and hit ramp or somewhere else on the map, Chris J can really capitalize here. They don't know it's double AWP yet.
Where is Chris J? Can you have a little spin over?
He's heaven.
Hit that 9 key. Ah, he's on ramp. He's doing the little mouse wiggle, ensuring that he's still awake.
Yeah, this is such a good spot for an AWP. You can ramp rotate, you can get upper, you can get outside. It's perfect for an AWP, really.
Oh, and Oscar's got an angle.
Has he seen him?
I think he's seen enough to call, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
I think he saw someone cross. He didn't see him cross back. He's called it. Yeah,
so
he wants to.
And that's fine. I guess you can still leave Chris J there as well, but this is still a hit towards upper. So you've got LOL playing from Hunt. That's a nice little spot here. I don't know if they're going to predict it, because no one's actually coming through. Oh, now they are. Magisk. I almost believed he could have adjusted that one, LOL, but wasn't to be. But the problem is now that all of Mouse are basically predicting lower, and upper's been hit, it's been taken, it's been planted. 3 players to hold on to this.
Doable. They're going to have to do it right, though, and that's going to help. They've got plenty of utility as well. They've got 5 flashes, a smoke and a molly. Smoke off main, molly behind the bomb, maybe molly upper.
Well, there's the first molly going in. There's the old vent molly going through. But MSL in the meantime's found 2 players, isolating the last push coming in. It's just KGB. Looks left, looks right, can't find either. And Oscar shuts it out, and he's had a big round.
That was a must-win, absolute must-win. Yeah, MSL nearly got the bread in there. Got the 2 openers. Yep. Oscar's there to trade it out. Oscar's just got so much experience. He's been playing the game for so long. I don't know if he played Source. I think he just went straight from 1-6. But he was a beast in 1-6 as well. Definitely a player you need to have performing in this event to do well. And especially to get out of the group. I think they should get out of the group if they're playing like they have been online.
Yeah, I think seeing these two playing like this now as well, because I think there's a lot of question marks around how are they going to do in the offline environment. You know, a lot to be seen here. Everything's a tough group. There's no easy group. This is the easier of the two, I guess you can argue, but it is what it is. I think seeing these two teams playing well against each other is a really good test of the other teams now, because I'd say these two are put in the position of probably making it through the groups, and you probably add Na'Vi into that. Maybe I definitely would say they're very much on the cusp of it. I think there's danger with that team though, but you know, at the end of the day, it is still up in the air. They should be able to kind of blitz this one in theory. But yeah, this is getting a close game now, 14-13. We found the better of the two, it seems.
Yeah, and I think North have really, really been grinding hard. They want to get to the level that they should be at. I think there's talks about a different player coming in. Yeah, there has been. There's been rumours about Valdi. Valda, however you say it. So this event could be potentially a make or break event for them.
Oh, that's actually true. I kind of forgot about that. So yeah, Na'Vi managed to beat out Liquid 16-4. So yeah, we definitely got the better of the two games out of that one. Liquid maybe just not finding their footing, and hard to test again. It's like, is Liquid a good test for Na'Vi's downfall? Probably not in comparison to teams they have to play against on a regular basis. So still, there's threat in this group for Na'Vi if they don't come in with their A game. You got to hope that it's just, you know, online results, you know, just things aren't clicking for that, you know, a little bit of time, but they've smoothed it out. We'll see down in the line in this group, of course, but quick hit towards lower. North have really made it very far considering. Rops does adjust perfectly. Finding two, brilliant. Bomb goes down, but he can't find safety. There's nowhere else to go. Magic claims to himself, and that's tipped the tables right back towards North. The rest of Mousesports trying to rotate down on a double orb retake.
Yeah, I mean, Robs did his job there. He managed to get 2 kills in an awkward position, surrounded by the rest of the players. Bombs down. They're spread out thinly, those CTs here. He's going to need to make some individual plays.
Oh, Config. Not going to miss it, is he? And now back to this 2v2. Double AWP retake, though. Full utility on both of kits. And good great ops for the USP over the top of it. You hate to see it. And now, Oscar, you kind of have to give, I guess, a little bit of a go, but you're not going to get anything out of that.
That's tough, man. That's really tough.
And that was Magic's finally delivering a bit as well. And that was in the weirdest situation. Well, they had Tech 9s, they hit lower well. They got down pretty much full control down there. You felt that Rops getting those two, that was like, oh, well, that's kind of done. But no, they were able to put it right back.
Yeah, and now money shot. Last round, it's not looking great for them.
Christie's got a scout, I believe.
Okay, I take that back. They've got a chance. And there's a few UMPs in there.
Exactly, and we know that UMPs are probably the best gun in the game.
Oscar got a 3-man spray down upper.
Don't...
Casual.
Real casual, like just...
Money.
Ching.
Those 3 kills is more money than guns worth.
The more you explain, the more it makes me upset. Chris J already going to switch up towards playing Ram, and actually that's where a lot of these players are. Look at this guy, tag again. Any tags he gets really sets up the PT50s, the UMPs. You know, it's like the Scout Deagle, right? You get one tag, the rest can follow up with like a one-shot. So the more he does across this map, the more fluid he is. So I think he's off-rotating again. I don't think he's still around. Nope, he's out to, he's having a good old look. Chris J's having a nice little run. He's not unscoped once.
Really smart by him. Just keep dynamic, keep plucking away at them. It makes the UMP's life so much easier when it comes to the execute. All these players on 30 HP already, they're just going to get sprayed down by a couple shots.
All right, we'll see if he can find any more. If they do start splitting towards out, if those deep smokes come out, Chris J could have a brilliant time. But he's playing quite passive. He's literally in CT spawn right now, watching that kind of upper rafter push towards heaven. But the rest of North, wrapping outer, going to pinch towards Oscar. Oscar going to find one. Didn't expect the drop down. It's something that happens a lot, but he's already found 2. He's done great work with the UMP. And that's just Config. 1v3. What are you made of, Config? Let's see. Rops around the back, spots him out, can't hit the shot quick enough. The UMPs stand and deliver.
The force buys this game is absolutely insane.
Don't you enjoy watching CSGO? Welcome to the pain that we suffer constantly. Oh, God. And these aren't even the biggest, like, I guess, offenders of the force buys, right? There's teams who do this a lot more.
Yes.
I can't wait to see how triggered and just jaded you get down the line if you keep casting, Christian.
Obviously, they didn't have a choice. It was the last round.
No, you have to.
They had to buy it, but the success rate on them, it's just everyone's in a force buy. You almost think like you have to make a play. And then all 5 players thinking they have to make a play. Suddenly the fight kicks off, and all of these players are swarming out the woodwork with UMPs, scouts, pistols, and just cutting you to pieces. Really difficult to play against.
Yeah, 30 bomb from Config. And MSL second in line there. That's That's an interesting one. I don't know if MSL's meant to be a fragger. You know what I mean? He's in-game leader. He's meant to be kind of sitting back, chilling out, making the calls.
I don't
Christian,
think
why didn't you frag like that?
Some games I did.
Just wait for someone to dig up your HLTV profile. Just wait for it now.
Well, none of our HLTV profiles are pretty. No, just don't go on HLTV. Ignore that.
Oh, dearie me. What is the bow got from North here? Okay, 3 rifles. What is MSL going to get? Okay, 4 AKs. Decent enough buy. Okay, AG's going to have to suffer, but decent enough. The other side, Scout, 3 rifles, and that UMP of Doom on Oscar. I don't doubt it anymore.
No, he's really good with it. He's shown. Easily, he's getting these multi-frags that are really hard to do with rifles, let alone a UMP. He's doing it every single round he's got on.
All right, deep smokes again. We've seen this now. This is a common trend for them. You can see the rest of it here as well. So they do smoke off garage still. They kind of do the basics. Ooh, Chris J spots 1. Oh, can't handle it. Config brings the power.
It looked like he was running.
And now Oscar right on the verge of that smoke. Can't deliver either. He gets 1. That's decent considering, but at this point you're in a 4v3. And you're left with Rops, Lol, and Dennis.
Yeah, Rops is gonna pull something out the bag here. He's got the AK. He's got position, and there it is. There's the bomb info.
Oh my word, MSL. That could cost you dearly at this point as Lol's just found Config. It's down to Magic and Cage and B. Where are they? Okay, Magic's slowly working towards ramp. Dennis has a great angle on this. I don't know if Magic's going to check. No, he won't. That's an easy pickup. It's all on you, Cage and B.
They are going to be tilted after that round.
Yeah, when I say Cajun, you say overtime at this point. 2 players, 3 players now all here. This is, you know, miracle level work. He's not hitting that clean shot towards Rops either. And here they come, all peeking at once. Lol does find it. It's OT.
Don't give him a chance there to make 1v1s. Just rush and kill him. You know where he is. He's stuck in the open. Punish him.
Well, this has suddenly got interesting, hasn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, this has been ridiculous. The game of 4 spies.
This has been an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah, it's been pretty mental. So,
what are the scores looking like?
Yeah, if we can have a quick look. So you've got the config hard carry. That's fine. MSL doing incredibly well as well. That's the surprising thing to me is he's been quite a consistent factor, and you know Oscar being there. But Lol, a name that doesn't often get said in comparison to the others on this roster, I guess for Mousesports, he's been there every time. We're straight away. There's no messing around. There's no breaks on this. This is group stage, so it's straight into OT. But yeah, great map between these two. Chris J on the AWP first here.
Yeah, I mean, Oscar's been doing so well with these rifles and UMPs. Why not give the rotator, who has probably the biggest impact, the best weapon? The best weapon to do it with.
Yeah. Okay.
At this spot he's in now, above, just below where the ladder balcony is. Such a strong position for the AWPers.
God, look at these little angles. That's disgraceful.
Wow.
That's a shot and a half as well. This is a nice kind of counterpiece again towards that outer wrap if they go for it with those smokes coming in, but they've not actually done it. They didn't commit there just yet. They're hitting ramp instead. So again, North love throwing Mousesports through a loop at this point. And you can see Chris J with a lovely mind of trying to handle it, but if they're not going to do what you expect, it's kind of hard. So back to a 4v4 now, but bombs down, AZ, good position, able to readjust towards T-Red 2. Going to make everything so difficult to try and even get towards that site.
Yeah, I mean, MSL, they're not afraid to go first. Whew. Okay. Are they going to go for it now?
And I like the way Cajun B's done the thing where you shoot out the hole in the door so you can basically watch it without having to open it. It's such it's an annoying little thing, but it's nice. So basically leaving Magic to take all the attention, and he is the last line. He is what is the last defense here. He knows where the bomb is, he knows the lineup, but it doesn't matter. Lol is hitting shots. He's
what a round by the CTs there.
How did they turn that back in? It felt impossible.
Was that 4v2? No, 4v3?
I think it was 3.
They got 2 quick kills. I think they were going to save, and suddenly 2 quick kills, and they've gone for it. What a round to pick up.
So it felt like they just couldn't work out that CT side for such a long time, but they're right back into it. And we can see an AWP coming through or no AWP? No AWP for the CT side. Interesting. They could have afforded it. Like, Lol could have dropped out. He's on 8k. Chris J could bought it himself if he fancied and just kind of spread the work, but no. Maybe not feeling it.
They haven't been getting great value from them. The smokes have been really on point from North, especially the outside control. I don't know, maybe even just push ramp and be dynamic with it. Try and play it that way. Try and get an early kill onto. They're so close.
Dennis.
This is tense.
Peekaboo. Indeed. Pika's advantage, I guess that works pretty well. AZ going to find Dennis, and that's going to have such a nice advantage for North for free. Just kind of a quick pickup. No trade available for Christian. He's still so hyper aware of that catwalk play could come through, and Oscar's dedicated towards lower, but that's only 2 players, not even committing towards outside from North, and you're having to pay this much respect towards these strats coming through as the smokes start to come over. But North, I don't think they're going to be hitting that, that lower side just yet, or at least playing outside. They could eventually go lower through vents or any other number of ways, but...
Yeah, no, they're doing exactly what you should do. You've got the opening kill, play a passive, hold, see if there's a reaction. There's the reaction, and then they can just tempo into the upper norm site.
Yeah, and that tempo is quick. That's fast. That's got some real ferocity to it, as now Rops is completely locked out.
Yep.
North just shatter them again. The composition these guys have, the composure, lovely. When it works, it looks gorgeous to watch their T-sides. And yeah, this game is going toe-to-toe. This is back and forward, 16-16 now. This is the first game of Group B.
This is nuts. They're absolutely going ham at each other. AZ's just been an absolute thorn in their side outside. He's picking up kill after kill. It's not top fragging, but the value on his kills and the impact they're having is winning them rounds.
All right, double AWPs. So they've gone from no AWPs to 2 AWPs. You know what I mean? Like, just play in the level of extremes. I like it. Why not just switch it completely up? Christian now looking for opportunities. He's looking for a fight outside. He's going to be trying to find one. There is a player out there as well, so he could get something done, but AZ has been good, and if only wallbangs work like they used to. That looked close, but KGB has already found Oscar, and you can see that explosive hit coming through already. North not waiting, even wasting a second. AZ bulldozes through Chris J, as is Dennis and Rob trying to keep this one together, but like sand, it's slipping through their fingers. Nice work from Dennis. But no more available. As soon as that reload happened, KGB knew it was his moment, but Rob slips through. Did KGB see this? I don't think he did. Doesn't matter if he saw it or not. AZ was ready. An advantage on the half for North, but that T side was dominant, and there's no disputing that.
No, that was... Well, what an impact. What crazy... these strategies we're seeing is really innovative stuff. And MSL, he seems on point. He's reading what the opponents are going to do. Mind games are crazy right now. And they've definitely been grinding. You can tell.
All right. Second half. Here we go.
Second half.
I feel it's going double OT.
Bomb?
Like, I genuinely feel it's going double OT. I'm not against it either. I like this. I like this game so far. It's bloody awesome to watch. Right. Oscar on the AWP T side. He looks far more dedicated to the AWP on T side, and look at Config again. Straight away, he wants this. He's going to show Dennis how it's done. 3 players outer, and he's already actively looking for these fights. He knows the angle he can work with, but Dennis is too quick. He's too aware, and he knows these tricks of the trade, and he punishes Config. First time that feels like it's worked out, and a run boost right around the corner. Oscar putting some flair on it. It doesn't get him too far, but LoL's the one to do it anyway. KGB's fallen, and the outside is all theirs.
Wow. Well, they're just saying, if you can take outside, so can we. Let's just run boost outside and just go ham.
Nice shot from LoL as well, just outdoing himself,
This
outliving
is so hard for AZ now. Like, where do you play in this situation? They're everywhere. You just got to gamble. And that's what he's done.
He risked it for the biscuit, and the biscuit was not there in the end. It's Magic's on 15 HP and has limited options. Oscar's already watching this with an AWP, bearing in mind. Can we watch Oscar's perspective, see if he actually gets this shot off? Yeah, he does. Of course he does. It's Oscar. There it is, tied up again. Mousesports showing pretty much North. We can do exactly, as you said, what you did to us right back to you, and that's fine by us. We'll do this all day long. 17-17. They don't have those beautiful smokes that North are throwing out, sure, but hey, they still got the job done. They still delivered. And Oscar, again, highlight player, LoL as well. He was huge on that T side. Do you remember those late lurks coming through the upper side of things? Brilliant play from him. Once they got ramp, once the T side got ramp control, he was being a constant nuisance, never making them feel safe. So this is an exciting half. As already AZ going to put down a little bit of utility towards out to hope that for some, miracle that it connects, but nothing thus far going to make it that close to. And only one smoke left.
The outside pressure. It's just too strong, it seems.
KGB, this spot, nice adjustment towards LoL, cleanly done. Config going to bite as well. Oscar's fallen. They've lost a bit of a hand, I guess, at this point. They've lost 2 of their very heavy hitting players at this point. Things are slipping away maybe from Mousesports here in this round, but Dennis going to look to try and tip the tide. Missed shot from KGB, punished, as Dennis will try and continue towards outer.
Yeah, Dennis, man, he's going to have to try and equal this up again. He's in the position to do it. If they can get a bit of pressure, a bit of noise, disguising all these jumps that he's making, he could be really deadly here.
Is anyone watching this? I think surely MSL is... Oh no, they got the player in spawn! I didn't even see him all the way back there, or just below. It just didn't work out.
That's a great read.
Oh.
They know that they're probably going to try and do something similar. They're having success there. You've had success there. No info. The guy died. Who died? The AWPer? He whiffed his shot. Cajun. Cajun died.
Cajun whiffed, yeah.
It was a great way to fill the gap there. Best place to do.
Right. This could be it. North on 18. Mousesports need this to stay alive in this first game. This is the first game of the group stage. Group stage games aren't meant to be this good.
I know, right?
They're meant to be turd, and this isn't. What's going on? All right.
It just shows how close these teams are, and anyone can really beat anyone on their given day.
It's insane, right? Both teams on a decent buy. Magic's suffering a little bit, but he's already put down most of his utility towards early ramp, so he's still fine. He could always get some support swinging over later if he really, really needs it. But at the moment, Mouse again trying to get that out of control. But Config going for a new look here, playing out a secret as well.
Yeah, going for their secret. Would probably lurk if they do some out pressure again. And try and come up behind them, deal some damage. Fortunately, doesn't really know what they're going to do yet, so it's a waiting game. Very weird, slow approach. What are these smokes? Again, a veil of smokes outside?
Yeah.
Why not? Let's do it.
But Config can see if anyone actually commits to it.
This spot by Magis.
That's an angle. Wow, that is a really nice angle.
That covers a lot as well.
Yeah, and you're hard to see. I like that. But nothing's been really seen yet. They know that no one's actually pushed outer, so maybe readying themselves towards upper here. MSL, you've got to deliver. He's been on point thus far, though.
Ready.
Yeah, waiting. Anti-flash turns back in. Molly comes in. These are really nice mollies. This is so much pressure. Look at these flashes.
My lord,
he's still blind. He's still blind, just coming out of it. By this point, he's lost 2 players. How are you meant to see this? What are you meant to do? But he's still got support. He's still got Magisk. And we finally have an advantage for North after that complete whitewash of flashes coming through. Mousesports needed to land the shots, and they just didn't. It's Oscar. It's all Oscar in a 1v3. 19 seconds. Bomb going to be planted. But he's going to have to fight his way out of this uphill and against numbers that do not favor him. What do you have for me, Oscar? Show me what you're made of here.
If anyone can do it, it's him. 2
players going through decon. Lining up, don't do it. Don't give him a chance. Do not let this man unleash. And here we go. First man in, falls anymore. Oh, he's got it! What? No! He's got no ammo!
Oh my god!
He's missed it! No!
Oh my!
That's heartbreaking! Jeez. He had it!
That bullet was so close.
He had it all, and then he had nothing left. Nothing in the orb. Nothing. Oh my god.
Wow.
Cajun B had 1 HP.
1 HP?
He had 1 HP.
We all jumped out of our seats.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Got sweat on after that one.
Yeah, that was a bit of a spicy game, wasn't it? That was
Jesus.
All right, Oscar, I'm so sorry.
That
I was really
so close.
That was 1 HP's difference, and 1 swing of the knife, 1 shot in the pistol, anything would have killed him, but that was a game. I think Group B is going to be something special.
He's going to literally kick himself after watching that back.
That's horrible.
I think maybe he could have got the knife out straight away instead of trying to spray this. Yeah.
But
it's the hardest thing to do, shooting a planter on the smoke. The knife, you can just go in there, crouch, and the hitbox on a knife is huge.
Exactly.
Your bullet's a tiny little pin. Oh, that's so ridiculously close. What a game.
Yeah, I need a break, guys, and we're going to go to one. Next up, I'm actually not sure because my main is melted by this point. That's not English, but it doesn't matter. You're on the B stream, and this is where English doesn't really matter because, you know, we are just the best out there. Isn't that right, Alex? NRG against Optic? All right, that's the next one coming up. Guys, do stay tuned. We'll be back in a sec.